And I think that in addition to all of the accountability that we're considering here, we also need to look at how we can proactively be an awesome school moving forward. That's safe and inclusive of everyone.
Thank you. I want to be fair to people who haven't had a chance to speak yet. We're at this time, and I see one here that hasn't spoken yet, and then somebody back there. So let's move to folks that haven't spoken yet.
Hi, my name is Della McCullough, and I'm pretty sure that most of you have seen me on TV. And I'm not going to go into any of that because I have your opinion. What I want to say is, I came forward for these kids. And for that child, and that one, and that one, and that one, and all the ones outside on the playground, and everyone else. It hurts. Not the things that were said to me, but the reaction and the neglect and the harassment that I have had to deal with since. I too loved this community. I don't always participate in all of the functions, not because I'm not a community member, but because I don't always enjoy everyone else's opinion. My husband is a great man who suffers from anxiety, and now, because of this, so do I. But I will still stand here, and I will still come to work and drive my school bus to pick up all of these children who are here, because that's what I do. Protect the children.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm an 8th grader that goes to this school. I'm really nervous right now. I didn't think I'd be talking tonight, but something just made me feel like I need to. I have been told that I'm a woke little girl who doesn't have a voice. I don't know, should I talk louder? Can you guys not hear me? Because apparently I can't be heard because I'm a 13-year-old 8th grader who's a female who can't protest for what I believe in. I feel highly uncomfortable having my history teacher do and say what he did to the people that I know and I care about. I don't know if I can look at him and talk to him in the same way that I used to be able to before I knew that he did all those things to the people that I care about. And it's not just me, along with other, quote, little girls who don't have voices, agree with me. And I hope that I can be heard after this and that, because I'm a little girl. Even though I am a little girl, my voice will be heard and taken into consideration. Thank you.
So here's, Allie hasn't spoken, so let's get Allie here, and then if we have time, then we can. I think there were a couple people that spoke before, but if they have a pressing desire to speak again, I think that would be fine. But Allie, please.
Hello, I am also one of the people that came forward in this process, and I have to say it's not been easy coming to work. sit right there in that office, right in front of Mr. Ogland every day. I do my best to be professional every day, run my office, and I come to school for one reason, the children. I put on my smile and I come to work and I do my job, and I do it as professionally as possible. And I try to work as professionally as possible with my boss every day as well. In that time, I have to say it has been difficult because the interviews that have been going on, the impartial interviews that have been going on, they're not impartial. They have not been agreed upon by both sides. They have not been agreed upon. You understand that? On both sides. Dell, our board member, has been contacting people as well as Mr. Ogland. He has been going around and talking to people privately. He has not been in the office behind me all day, every day, supporting me as he should. I have been running that office. He'll come when I call him on the radio, but he's been in Dixie's office or in the library or who knows where. But he's not been there doing work with me. They've been doing these interviews. So my question is, Mr. Gunther and Mr. Ogland and Mr. Helding, when are the impartial interviews going to begin? The ones that our attorneys and your attorneys both agree to, this impartial party that's doing the investigations. Because the investigations you've held so far, to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong because my attorneys are sitting right here, there's been no agreement yet. So all the information you've been gathering, which by the way, you have picked and chosen the people you're going to talk to. It's not been everybody you've gone to. And you all may think we don't know what's going on. But it's a small community. And guess what? People talk. Thank you. And I will be showing up for work tomorrow.
Good. Let's see, is there anybody who hasn't spoken who wishes to speak? Let's go right, I'm sorry, and I'm happy to help with hands. Great, thank you, right there.
Hi, my name is Amelia. I'm an 8th grader at this school. It's my very first year at Lopez School. Sorry, I'm emotional. And I've spent the past 2 summers visiting here, learning to love the island and the people here. I love the community, everything about it. Last year, my mom decided to move up here, and this summer I decided to come live here too. My mom, she's been fighting a custody battle to get my little sister up here too. And I've been fighting that right along with her, so I know what it's like. I want nothing more than my sister to be happy. She wants nothing more than to be up here with us. And this whole experience is just, it kind of astounds me that you could allow this to happen. It's already affected my life, people I know, and I haven't even been out of school this long. You know, so if my mom were here, she'd want you to know, it's a big deal. It's affecting the students more than you actually would know, you know? And I've already, it's my it's like the 3.5 weeks I've been here, and I had my friend deal with the bullying issue, and I feel like I'm not learning anything in history because of the problem with the subs. So I just want you to know, I just want to thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm Lucia. I'm an 8th grader, and I don't really haven't prepared for a speech or anything, but I am currently doing part-time homeschool because I'm not yet getting the correct education that I need. Sorry, I'm just. I can't even go to my math class. All of this going on, it's just very uncomfortable having a teacher who has been called out for what he has done that was wrong, and having him maybe going to be our history teacher. But right now, we have been having 2 subs now that have not been reaching the criteria for education for younger students. And because I've been doing part-time homeschool, is because the teachers have not been able to get a hold of their students that they're teaching. So it's very, very hard for us to listen to the teacher, and half the time, the teacher is trying to get the attention of class, and it's just been a lot. It's been hard, and having my friend being bullied, and I've been bullied in elementary school here, and it's just sort of been passed over like it's nothing, and I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm an 8th grade student. This is my first year back. Here in UK. And left for various different reasons. One of them was that there was some sexual harassment going on with another student. And not just me, there were a group of other girls. And it had been going on for months. And nothing, I'm sorry, nothing had really ever been done about it. And coming back here, and people kind of breaking up and just thinking about it is it's traumatizing. Knowing that nothing had ever really truly done about it, and the problem had never really been solved. And friends and my friends and everyone, they're bullied and been reported, and nothing, as far as I'm concerned, is been done. Sorry. This is my first year back, like I said, and I don't think I could be more disappointed and sad than I am. I'm truly miserable, and my good friend who is their first year, they don't want to come back next year, already planning it. Yeah. So what does that say about the school? I don't know. It doesn't exactly say that it's a welcoming environment. Students shouldn't be afraid to go to school. They shouldn't be afraid to have to enter into the classroom and approach someone that they should see every day, someone that they should look up to. But here we are, discussed something so important. And the fact that it was even considered that he would come back, that's just disturbing in so many different ways. And I can say this with confidence that if I walk into history and he's there, I will walk right out and just leave. I do not plan on part of this and listening to all that BS. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm very disappointed with the way this school is being run.
People that have spoken before, if they would like to speak again, I think we have space for that. Tricia, I know is back there, had her hand up earlier. And oh, has she not spoken yet? Please.
Hi.
Yeah, please.
My name is Lucy McGowan, and what I just wanted to say is I feel like we need to believe what is being said. We need to believe these women. We need to believe that these accusations are true, because it's really hard to come out and say things. And I've heard a lot of people saying that it's ruining Dave's life, and we haven't really thought about how it's affected these women's lives, about how it's affected these women's lives for so many years, about how no one has done anything about the things they've said, about how people have swept the accusations underneath the rug, they've ignored them, they've passed them off as unimportant or irrelevant, and we need to stop doing that. And when you're protecting Dave, you're harming the women that he's hurt. And when you're protecting the person harassing somebody, you're not really protecting anybody. You're protecting everyone from the truth, and nobody should be protected from the truth. It's just not a thing. People need to know the truth. The truth needs to be out there for them to make the decisions. And this entire school system has really been set up for not believing women. I've had friends who've been harassed and assaulted, and I've been harassed and assaulted. People just don't believe what women and girls say. It's just inherently that people just inherently don't believe what's being said or what's happening, and that needs to change. And we need to stop protecting the people harassing others, and we need to start protecting the people who are being harassed.
I know Tricia had another comment. You spoken? Yeah. No, I haven't. Okay.
So I'm a senior here, and quite frankly, disgusted is really an understatement. Della McCullough is like my second mom, and to see you guys strut around and smile is absolutely disgusting, and to see her hurt makes me so sad, because I see Brian often smiling in the hallway to me, and I can't even look at him to know that he covers stuff up for Della, for Allie, and for Jennifer. And to see you come to school and to smile at me and my students who know what you've done and try to hide stuff for Dave is disgusting, and that is an understatement. And to see Della cry in front of all of these people, and to know that you can sit up here and see me at school the next day and smile to me is disgusting, and that's a big understatement. That's all I have to say.
Tricia, I believe, had her hand up, and
I want to step away from the sexual harassment part and bring out that our children are not safe, and the board and administration does not do anything. If you remember or recall last year, I came to the board and asked you to protect my child and the other child involved. All you could do was put Dave back into the position, which I told you I have gone to numerous times. After my son was choked out and wanted to beat the other kid's head against the wall, as hard as he could to kill him, we had to reach out to the sheriff. Thanks to the sheriff department for protecting the children, not our school.
this is, there's a hand, somebody, you haven't spoken, okay. Let's go over here, and again, we do want everybody who wants to have a chance to speak, and we'll stay here until we've done that. We also know that people may need to leave, and if you need to leave, that's understood too, so
raised 3 kids here. They went K through 12, and it is deeply disturbing to witness and hear the voices, the pain on both sides. I want to remind us, I watched this school, I've been a part of deep, deep conflicts, and I've watched us make our way back. And I really believe we can do that again. I think all of these voices are important. I think it's a point in time that is now and here, and we are faced with it. Thank you all for your very candid statements, and thank you to this board who frankly do a very thankless job. I believe in your integrity. I believe in the countless hours you spend, and thank you for that. And thank you to everyone. Please keep in the game. This is an awesome community. I know we can be our best and be better than this, and we will. Just stay in, everyone. Thank you.
Let me just test one last time, and anybody who's not spoken, that this will be your last chance to speak, and then we'll check with 1 or 2 people that have already spoken that wish to speak again. I see a hand there. Let me just, are there any other hands that wish to speak that have not spoken? And then one there. So there's 2 hands. We have 2 more people that have not spoken. We'll have them speak, and then I saw 1 or 2 hands, and then one back there. There's 3 hands. Okay, so let's go over here first. Go there first. Okay, and then we'll come across here.
Hi, I'm Becky Hellman. We came here 28 years ago, and I raised my son here after teaching in Kansas, grade school, middle school, and kindergarten. I have a name on my heart, long before I was a teacher, from sexual inappropriate behavior towards me by a movie director and then another dating relationship. I know that pain, and I also know the pain of a child that you feel like is in pain at school and from bullying and having unique needs. But when I've been away, and when I come back, I've thought how much progress has happened here at this school. And I'm hurting with everyone that's feeling this. But the thing I'm going to say is you have an awesome opportunity tonight to speak up. I remember when I went through it, I didn't feel that I could really speak honestly. This is a good opportunity, and I hope that with the independent investigation, there's something set up on a more permanent basis, because it bothers me that this seems to be, even though there's been progress at the school, we see some more themes coming up, bullying, or kids hurting. And if there's something more permanent, restorative justice meeting where people can continue to speak honestly, I think it's important to continue healing, because we've gone through this before. I value so many wonderful people here at this school, and there's good progress, but there's also issues that I cope with, or I feel I cope with. So, can you have it set up that there's some kind of open group in restorative justice, or something where people can come forward, parents and children, teachers, and continue to be honest and sincere and humble to bring up your issues and keep maybe it's wrong, but maybe there'll be more progress that way.
There was a hand of somebody had not spoken yet there, and then one up back against the wall there. And then let's see where we are at that point, friends.
Hello, my name is Chris Aiden. I just wanted to talk for a minute about red flags. And that's maybe a little weird, but there's been a lot of red flags raised for a lot of years, and my experience has been one of dismissal and being ignored and brushed aside. And I think that's really sad, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of people have had that experience in one-off scenarios at this school, and maybe thought you were alone, maybe, by yourself, and that your own red flag could be dismissed, and maybe you saw things wrong, maybe you doubt yourself because your red flag gets pushed aside. And I think the reason there's so many people here tonight is because this has been a galvanizing experience, and this is providing a framework for all those red flags. And this is a really big red flag showing up tonight. The other thing I want to say is in this letter, there are statements like, we know what's accurate and inaccurate. In your letter, it's in there twice, in both letters. And my brain, when I read that, reads, it says, how would you know what's accurate and inaccurate? Because you have an ongoing investigation right now. I mean, how would you really know? And so that tells me that the credibility is shot. So the trust isn't there. Right. And then now, there's this big red flag. We're all bringing our red flags out. We kept them from before. We got them now. We're raising them up. And I feel desperate because this is the only body I have to raise my red flag and hope I get seen, and hope I get heard, and hope I get help. Because the kids are that important. We're all showing up with our red flags, raising them high. And I think there's been a culture of avoidance, a leadership culture of avoidance here. And I think that has to change. It has to change. We have to be proactive and pay attention to the red flags when they come up. We have to respond. All of this is avoidable. Yeah, okay.
James Stevens, I've been around for a while. I just wanted to reiterate some of the things that have been said here tonight. And I want to acknowledge Terry Braun over there. There's a lot of issues that need to be addressed, but there's also some things we need to move forward on. If your kids, or the kids who are here are not learning history, as a substitute teacher on the list of subs for this school, you get the call and you just show up at class. The only time I've ever had a game plan for a class as a sub was when I substituted a week for Greg Ewert, and he sat me down and gave me the lesson plan. So before we throw those two subs under the bus for teaching history, we got a call probably 24 hours before they had to step up, and they're stepping up and stepping in and doing the best they can. If you don't feel they're doing an adequate job, as parents, the good thing about this school is you can be involved. And I think you ought to step up and help those teachers teach that history and give them the support through this difficult time. And I'm not dismissing the issues. I just think on things like this, we need to come together and try to move forward in those gaps. The second thing is, I think this is what I've kind of just looked around and heard or seen, is this has affected staff tremendously. And I think in many ways, probably the staff feels like they've been thrown under the bus as much as maybe the individuals. And I think we need to show the staff their support and the school teachers our support behind them, and particularly the people who came forward. As a county employee, I've lived through hostile workforce lawsuits, and where we took a defensive position, and then learned that we needed to take an offensive position, and that we have a zero tolerance. If we hear, as one person said, if you hear the same complaint several times, there might be some truth to it. And so I would just like us, in one way, to support our staff, in another way, to address our issues, and I think Rick McCoy brought a really good thing up, but about process doesn't always work. Process only works if the policies and procedures behind that process are the right ones. And I would urge the school board throughout this to take a look at your policies and procedures for the HR so that the process does work for people. And lastly, we cannot tolerate bullying anymore. And we cannot tolerate a hostile workforce for anyone, men or women or children. Thank you.
You'd like to speak, yeah? Have you spoken?
I have.
Well, I want to get a kind of a read on the room. If people like to hear people speak again.
I want to hear Kelly.
Okay, we're letting everybody speak, just checking in where we are.
I'm just listening and have been thinking about how the small community is a double-edged sword, right? So we've got a lot of friends and close people that all love each other, and something like this comes in, and it's so easy to go black and white so quick. And I just, for the sake of moving forward through conversation, curiosity, slow brain, thinking, just because you're nice doesn't mean you can't make huge, egregious mistakes. And I teach my kids, you're a good kid, but that was, I don't say that. How do we now slow down for a minute and talk about what happened, listen to all the parts, and move forward evolving, which I've heard that word a few times, and I think it's a great word for this process. And, I implore people who have said things like, they're good people, I know them, they're nice people. Just remember that we can all be nice people and we can all make poor decisions. And so I just hope that going forward, as we talk about it with each other, that we listen and that we're open to hearing both sides of the conversation. Because that's the only way that we will be able to change anything.
My question is, if the form of a question to the board, we keep talking here about the process that started, the healing started and all that. I'm going to contest that. I think that we're being fed a line of crap, and I'll just say it that way. Your article in the newspaper talks about your independent investigator. I can give you the names of the companies these people work for and who pays who. It's not an independent investigator. So my challenge to you guys tonight is, when are you going to start a real investigation? And a real investigation starts with your superintendent not going around meeting the people that are going to go into an interview and tell them that these ladies are gossips and liars. That takes the interview. That takes the entire process. So my challenge to you, maybe before we leave tonight, because we all want this to move forward, correct? I would assume in this room, everybody wants to see a resolution to this. Give us a plan of when we'll see a true independent investigation start. That, as Alex said, everyone agrees to. You guys have dug your heels in. You've drawn a really hard line in the sand. Made these ladies that I commend for having the courage to come forward and speak out. It's not easy. When your wife comes up to you in the grocery stores and telling you you're a liar, you're a money grubber, and comes to people's houses and tells them they should, if you work at this school as a female, you should take it as a compliment to be sexually harassed. Okay, we've drawn that line in the sand, really definite. And with Brian digging his heels in like he has, it's real clear of where we're at on this. And there's been zero healing, sir. This is a farce. You guys haven't started a true investigation. So my question to you is, when will we see this true investigation start? Because what you're going forward with now, you're selecting your parties that are interviewed. It's not everyone, okay? And your superintendent's talking. But your superintendent's one of the accused. My last question, or two more questions. My last question is, Dave's on a paid administrative leave. Common sense in the business world, at least, which she spoke to, and I come from the business world, Brian would be on paid administrative leave, not out tainting the interviewees with these ladies who lying and gossiping. And my last statement is, Jenny, are you sure you want to do this? And I would be curious of your opinion on this. I know you've been very involved in this school. I've seen you around. And we've sat very quietly this evening, which I admire. And I'd also be curious now as a board member what your take on this is. Thank you.
I would just say right now, I'm just here to listen.
Thank you.
That's
Michelle, and we are recording the questions being asked, for sure. Michelle, and then did we have a thank you over there, and then great.
Absolutely.
I want to say that I think everybody who has spoken really believes, I believe what everybody has said, I believe them. Even though they are sometimes diametrically opposed. Pablo Neruda, the great poet, has said, "Nosotros somos muchos, we are many." And I think that what we're looking at is a systemic problem that's in our culture that some of us, I think every woman in the United States has probably faced some kind of experience, some kind of comment that's made them uncomfortable. This is not unusual. And I also think that sometimes it's hard for people to understand something they've never experienced. And, every one of you board members and Brian, I feel that you are people of integrity and care. We're all here in this meeting right now, taking a lot of time in this board meeting, but I've been to many, many meetings where no one's been there except you. And you have put in so many hours, and you're working with an almost impossible situation. But you're men. You haven't really experienced the kind of comments that women typically feel. So I think that's a little bit of a barrier for understanding, but I think you're doing your best. I also want to ask the group, does anybody know that the superintendent job used to be a full-time job and now it's a half-time job? Has anybody been aware of that at all? Yeah. That our superintendent is only paid for half-time to be superintendent? It used to be a fully funded position. Now, in order to balance the budget, we have somebody who's using half-time for principal position and half-time for superintendent position. And there are a lot of obstacles that every single teacher and staff person and administrator and school board faces here at this school, which is a lack of resources to really do what needs to be done. So I guess what I'm saying is I believe in everybody who has spoken. I believe in you all. And the thought that I want us to leave here with is, how can the school function in order to serve everyone's needs when we're so under-resourced? We don't have enough money to pay our teachers adequately. There's not enough money for people to get housing on the island. We're hoping that administrators and teachers will come here to an island where they can't really make enough money to pay for housing. When we demand better administrators, we don't think about the number of hours they spend that are unpaid and how they struggle to try and meet everybody's needs. And so I just want to say I believe in you all. I believe in every one of us who wants the best for our children, our family, our community. And I just want us to do whatever we can to support each other, realizing the limitations that we face. Okay? So,
Over here by the center door, and then see some hands over here.
It's really great. My name is David Collin. I'm a firefighter. Work here on the island. I've got a background in communications. I work for a satellite communications company responding to disasters after the earthquake in Haiti, Texas hurricane in 2008, Yolanda in the Philippines, and my current job in communications is more of a life or death thing, especially for a lot of those refugees in those situations I previously mentioned. So, hearing everything tonight, I think there's a lot of egregious concerns that have been presented by a wide variety of people, and I think I would implore the board to be very open and transparent and very clear in their communications. One letter that was sent out mentioned 2 people that were on administrative leave, and there was no discrimination about why and the reasons they were on leave. I found that somewhat concerning. I can't remember the long-haired gentleman's name, but whoever. Chris. That the facts are known. In the middle of the investigation, I think it's important to be very clear and open in communication moving forward, and that people know that their concerns are at least recognized. I know you are in the middle of the investigation, and you understand you can't comment on things that are ongoing within that investigation, but you can be clear on how concerns that have been presented and how you're going to act. So, thank you.
Hands over here, those hands still up? Yes, right here in front and then back, yeah.
I just have a comment to make, following up on what Michelle's comment about the superintendent and the principals. When we moved here, there was one K through 12 principal, not two, and one superintendent, and that was a half-time position. So there was one full-time principal for the entire school, which the student body is roughly the same, and one half-time superintendent. I don't see why we can't go back to that if financial concerns, if there are financial concerns.